Hello, 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 hello. We are back with another Wednesday edition, live edition of the Bold Prediction Sports Media podcast. We're covering week NFL 17. Got to throw up all the digits for that. He's Mr. KC from the 813. I'm the bearded dude. My man, how you doing? What's going on?
I'm doing pretty good, dude with a beard. Happy holidays and whatnot. Had an exciting weekend with family. It was always good to be with family and whatnot through the holidays.
You're not
Uh,
lying.
right, a couple good games to watch over the weekend.
Oh yeah, plenty few good games. A couple of games that settled a few matters, in my opinion, um, and a couple of surprises. Man, these Chargers, dude. Anyway, we'll talk about it. I'm also excited about this weekend in football, of course, Week 17 action and Saturday action. If you're college football fans, you'll see my Ohio State Buckeyes take one more step toward the national championship. But we'll talk about that here soon too. Marvin Harrison Jr. Whew.
Oof.
Anyway, folks, I'm trying to tell you, you want to talk about a beast with the toe drag of his daddy with 4.3 speed, 6'4"? Randy Moss wish. What I tell you
Right,
about the Chargers? Let's go. Your things shook the way you wanted them to, Jesse. I can't deny it.
right.
As of right now, the Chargers are in. We'll wait until everything is set, but you're right. As of right now, so don't get too happy too soon. Um, let's see, yo. We'll go ahead and jump into this week's picks. We'll start off the Jeff Bezos Bowl, the bowl game of the week Thursday. We got the Dallas Cowboys against the sinking Tennessee Titans. I don't even want to call them Titans no more because the Titans used to put up a fight. I remember the Titans. We got to be corny and bring up Denzel. Mr. KC, I think this is a runaway for Dallas. Who you got going into this
Yeah, this is Dallas by a mile. Tennessee's been on a slump, and this game doesn't actually matter for their division standing for the playoffs. And doesn't matter for the Jags either.
one?
It's the last game of the week that makes a difference for them. So I'm going Cowboys by a mile. Our boy Ray say games are getting fun now. They
Oh
are. This
yeah,
is a trash game to watch, but games are getting. I mean, this is about as playoff as we're gonna get for the season. And he's also going with Dallas as well
oh,
for the
the
trifecta.
trifecta starts early. The trifecta, and anybody else who's watching, you got your pick. Come on, we can build it beyond the trifecta. We can go a little further.
Ooh,
There's more
right.
shapes. We can expand this thing.
We know
Just
some
let
words.
Yeah, just let right. We know a few words. We know a few shapes. Uh, Let us know, man. But yeah, it's Dallas all the way. Like I said, Titans keep slipping. Jags are in at this point. The Prince that was promised. I've been talking about it, but we'll get to my boy Trevor Lawrence soon. Next game we got on the slate here: the Arizona Cardinals versus the Atlanta Falcons, the battle of the birds, if you will. And once again, I'm going to continue my tradition that I started the last 2 weeks. I honestly just don't care who wins this game because you want to talk about two teams that are underwhelming, two teams that should have been a lot better than record indicates. I mean, I don't care. Um, Atlanta, Mr. KC, who you got going into this one?
Yeah, I'm going with Atlanta because the Cardinals have disappointed me more than any team in the football season this year. This is a retarded game that should be canceled. They should be refunding the money to anybody that's that paid money for this game
Man,
before this season. This should be an option at least. You should be able to say, "Hey, this isn't worth it." On StubHub, it's a $25 ticket, but I paid $250. Like, what's going on
man.
here?
I would be looking for money back too. I'm not satisfied with the product, but hey, that's the price of entertainment.
Yeah, I'll be
Uh,
surprised if they put that on TV.
I hope not, but if you have certain media devices, you'll be able to view all games. Red Zone, of course, will keep you
Mm,
updated on that. But I just
not
don't think
much on that game.
anybody, yeah, I just don't think anybody outside those immediate areas are concerned about this game. So moving on here, which could be a tell of a slobber knocker because we have two AFC East teams at this point fighting for a playoff spot. Did I see cards? Did I just see cards right there?
Yeah, the Cardinals.
Wait,
Right.
man. What?
Little tease there.
Wait.
I
I,
hate
I need you to explain that to me, Ray. We'll come to the comment. I need you. The Cardinals?
that he
Oh my
said the
Lanta.
Cardinals.
Oh my Lanta. You're my guy. You're usually right on with the trifectas, but that's a bold one, if you will. That's why you're
Yeah,
here. That's why we're
that's
here. Oh man. Next game we got here,
Atlanta's
Atlanta's
that
that,
bad. They
but
are.
so is
They are.
Arizona.
They are. There's no argument. Like,
Well, look, I agree because they are that bad, but the Cardinals might be worse.
yeah, yeah, that's what I'm leaning
But
on as well. Sorry, Ray. Hate to disappoint the fans, but we can't get on that bandwagon.
ooh,
It's all downhill both ways.
that bird done been cooked, or that goose has been cooked, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, back to this AFC East Bowl. We got the Miami Dolphins against the New England Patriots. And ladies and gentlemen, if this isn't the game that the Patriots win to stake their claim to get into the playoffs, I don't know what is. I'm definitely going New England. As y'all know, I picked them originally to win the East. It didn't shake out that way. It was more competitive than I thought it would be. But I'm going with the Patriots in this game because the Dolphins is gonna keep floundering. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Mr. Casey, tell me why you think the Dolphins is gonna win this game because that's how I feel you going. Talk to me.
Mm, mm. Before I get into that,
You
our
got
boy
Raymond
Ray.
behind you.
Actually, Raymond is alone on his own little island. Um, I've been pretty good at predicting the Miami Dolphins this year, and I'm gonna say it's safe to say that the Patriots actually win this game, and they're both dumpster fires. I
I
completely
wouldn't
agree.
say dumpster fire. Dumpster fire is more along the lines of uh, that Cardinal Atlanta game. That's the dumpster fire.
Yeah,
These are
Teddy
two
will.
teams that have been really in the playoff mix all season. So I won't call them a dumpster fire.
No, he might have been talking about that Atlanta Cardinals
Oh well,
game
yeah.
too.
Just if you was talking about
Yeah,
the Atlanta, yeah, that's a
yeah.
dumpster fire for
That's
sure.
got to be that. That's what I'm thinking because that's the
Because I
obvious
would say
dumpster
it
fire
couldn't
for
be.
me
I would
too.
say it couldn't be this
Yeah,
one because
yeah. I think
this is
there's
a
a
prime time.
yeah. There is a slight delay in the chat, so I'm guessing that had to be for the
Oh, okay.
Cardinals because
Well, yeah.
this game
Jesse.
ain't that
Yeah,
that bad. These teams aren't. They're very mid tier. Some K.
yeah. Look,
Some,
one of them
yeah.
days, like, yeah, we could tip this over if we had the right guy at quarterback.
And
About both these
unfortunately,
teams.
it's not that guy, and that's the
Teddy will
problem.
be QB.
It
That doesn't
is.
make much of a
It's
difference for me
yeah.
in this
I
particular game because Belichick is still the coach, and I still like Zappy or Mac Jones in this situation coming in because at least they've been playing consistently.
and Miami's problem is they've needed a quarterback. Tua was a bust, and people like to forget about that in the beginning of the season because he was putting up some numbers.
I didn't.
But I mean, he's got great talent around him, so that's it's set up for any quarterback to succeed, except
Derek
for
Carr.
Teddy Bridgewater. We've
Derek
seen,
Carr about to slide to Miami, y'all. I'm
yeah,
telling you,
Hill and Waddle monsters, and I
they're
feel you.
monsters.
Look,
I,
there's it's
I
the
I would want that to happen, Ray. Really, but
yeah, I
I
would too.
New England's got this wrapped. I'm just sorry. I don't. They do because it means more to them. It means more to them. Bill Belichick's like we're not gonna miss the offs. They're gonna
Yeah,
get in some
and
way
this is
somehow. And this, like I said, this is the game.
game. Yeah,
So we'll
this
see.
is a make or break for the Patriots right here.
Exactly. This is it. And I love it. Like you said, football's getting exciting, Ray. This is it. That's what I'm saying. Next game we got on the slate, we got the New Orleans Saints versus the Eagles. And I mean, this game really doesn't matter either way. The Eagles will more than likely win just because they're a far better talented team, even if Jalen doesn't play. I mean, it's pretty much written in stone. Who you got going into
Yeah,
this one, Mr. Casey?
Yeah, I think even if Minshew wasn't playing, this is the Eagles. You can go pretty deep on this one if you want to. The I believe the Eagles lock up first place if they win this game, so that's the only kind of playing advantage for the Eagles. But I mean, if you tell them, "Hey, just beat the Saints and you get next week off," ooh, everybody, everybody's
Yeah.
back on board for the trifecta.
Yes, sir.
You can't blame them there. You know, this is a solid team.
Yeah, no, I'm right there with you. Without a shadow of a doubt. Next game we got on the slate here. I mean, we still have playoff implications for one team. We got the Indianapolis Colts versus the New York Football Giants. And I'm definitely going with the Giants in this game because, like I said, it means more than them. The Colts, they could have played spoiler two different times. They've showed that they couldn't do it. So they're officially written off. Giants, go get that win you need. Vanilla Vic, Saquon, go get that win y'all need so y'all can get into the office and bring New York back to promise. Mr. KC, who you got going into this one?
Well, this is a interesting game because the Colts really could play spoiler for this, but then they're kind of spoiling their draft pick. So, do they want to win this game? I don't think so. I don't even think this is like we can win. We better not win
Right,
season for the Colts. So I'm gonna lean with the Giants as well. Our boy Ray, of course, into that trifecta with the Giants. I'm with him on that one. It just seems so obvious, which
right.
makes you scared because that's when Vegas strikes.
Hey, you took
You
the
know,
words right out of my mouth. Yes, sir. And like you said, I mean, I don't think the Colts is going to play with their future quarterback pick because they know they need a guy. So we'll see what happens on that end here.
and Jesse wants to tease a little Monday night. We got a little Monday night preview. He's picking the Bengals. We'll definitely touch on that here before long.
Right, for sure. And we're going to see because I think the Bengals is playing his team. So if he's saying that, then he might really believe. Next game we got on the slate here, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Carolina Panthers. And folks, like I told you last week, you got to be insane if you don't think Tom Brady's going to win this game. He's going on. I'm telling you here, I've been telling you all year. He got one job left, and that's to lose to the greatest. You see, I point to both of them because we got two of them. The
Right.
greatest Tampa Bay. Who you got going into this one, Mr. KC?
Oh, this has to be Tampa Bay. I mean, he's got the better team. He's supposed to win this game. If he wins it, it really helps their playoffs. You know, they can't be losing in this division. So I'm going to go ahead and give it to the Tampa too. I'm not a big fan of picking Tampa, but Ray's going to go with Carolina, and I really wish I could join you on that, Ray. Like it's in my heart to just be like, you know what, Panthers are doing it. Let's go. You know, get all hype and excited like I like to do, but it's just not there. It's
It's just not
Tom
this week.
freaking Brady.
And if folks, if you got an extra $10 to $15, this will be a game that Tom can get you some bread on. Only
Oof.
if you're interested in. This
We'll
will
see
be
what
it.
we got here.
I don't even know
Uh,
if we're gonna make it to the
the
Super Bowl
Super
this
Bowl.
year.
We don't. We
Ha
don't. We
ha.
don't talk
We
like
never
that.
know, but we know. And this is just gonna be in the time capsule amongst the others. Let's see here. Next game we got on the slate. Huh, which is the easiest game of the week. It's the Denver Broncos versus the Kansas City Chiefs. And this story's been written. We know
Mm.
how this ends. Kansas City with the win. A couple extra ducats in my pocket there. Mr. KC, tell us why Kansas City's going to win this game, man.
Because it's obvious from everybody from this side to that side. This isn't a chance. Look, the only funky thing is you got a new coach. You know, it's not Hackett, so it's kind of an unfair advantage. The Broncos have seen what we're gonna do, but we don't know what they're gonna do. But what we do know is even if they had a plan, they can't do that either. So
I
it
was about
doesn't really
to,
matter. It's a Kansas City by a country mile, and I really want them to blow them out. I'd like to see another dominant play where we keep them under 21 points too. This is not an offense that should be scoring points, and I'd like to see the Chiefs clean it up, keep them under 14. Don't even let them get the two scores. It doesn't make sense to me. Ray is going with
right.
the KC, and we're right there with you, Ray. I want to just beat on a little drum, like yes, sir. Look, the
I
Rams
already
blew
know.
them out. Whew.
I
That
already
was
know. And I'm just to the point where it's Denver. Like this division is owned by the Kansas City Chiefs. Y'all got y'all Peyton for a world tour. You knew what it was after that. Because that was the only thing that was giving y'all promiscuity or whatever kind of accolade you want to grab up from the heavens. This one's for John, this one's for Peyton, and now it's over. Good night. It's the Chiefs all day yesterday, the year before that, the year before that, the year before that. I could keep going, folks, but you know how many times we've been beating these guys. Um, Next game on the slate here, which if things would have shook different, could have been a real quality game. The Chicago Bears versus the Detroit Lions. And just in my soul, I would normally pick Chicago in this game, but there's just no way. Detroit is a better team. I'm going Detroit. Mr. KC has told me about the tales of the Lions out there in Detroit, and I've heeded the warnings. I've seen the results. I'm going with Detroit. Mr. KC.
yeah. Detroit's that hot chick that got breast implants as soon as I broke up with her. It doesn't make any sense. I fell in love with the Lions. And as soon as they started losing, I came off the bandwagon. And it's the biggest mistake I've made all season because, man, they've been on fire. And I'm just going to have to keep riding with the Lions. Ray is riding with the Lions, too. Let's go Detroit. Like, come on.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, yeah, I'm there with you. Like I said, they're just light years the better team. Um, Next game we got after that, which is a game I'm looking forward to tuning in on. We got the Cleveland Browns versus the Washington Commanders. And folk, the Commanders are about to tear these Browns up. I have no doubt about it. They're the better team. Right now, I believe they have the better quarterback. They have the better defense. I'm going Commanders all day. Mr. KC, who you got?
Oh, this is a funky game. The Browns are going to win. The Browns are
What?
going to win. Listen, I just got this feeling. You know,
Mm,
the Commanders are playing for trying to stay in the playoff conversation. And this is the game that kind of opens up the NFC a little bit because they're going to lose. They're going to lose to the Browns.
ooh. Well, this is what we're here for, folks. This is the boldest thing I've heard all day. Raymond, I want to continue to thank you for living in reality.
Right.
Because
Don't
Washington,
put this one on your best lip, folks. This one's going to
yeah,
go to the Browns, and you're going to be like, "Damn, this the one that messed up the parlay." I just
I don't know.
leave it
I
alone.
don't know. It
Leave it
is
alone.
ugly for the Browns because the Commanders are winning. Next game we got on the slate here, we got the Houston Texans and the Prince that was promised, the Sir Knight, the one who's bringing Florida football back, Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And ladies and gentlemen, Trevor Lawrence is going to take care of business on to the playoffs. It's just as short as sweet as that. Mr. Casey, tell us.
Duval County, let's go,
Yeah.
Duval. Listen, folks, this is an exciting Jags team. They're starting to put all these, the last 10 years worth of first round draft picks together and start looking like
Golly.
something. Our boy Ray's going with Jacksonville. He
Yes,
understands. He's
sir.
been listening to the truth. Oh, Trevor Lawrence. Sorry, Lauren. Uh, bad name. He kind of looks like one too. But this besides the point.
Sometimes. Yeah. No, I got you. but it's the Jags all day. Trifecta's complete. Like I said, Trevor Lawrence, he's ready. He's ready to show. Like I said, Justin Herbert can get into the offs, then the better quarterback down in Jacksonville can get into the offs. So I'm just
Better.
gonna leave it at that. Yeah, better. I think so. I'd take Lawrence before Herbert.
Mm, that's a tough one.
Hey, I mean, he's only won at every level. Like, what I mean, high school, college a few times. It's only right that he takes
Football, a
his time.
handful of time, maybe not even that. I don't think. Yeah. How many wins does he have?
Ooh, Trevor Lawrence?
Yeah,
National champion. Clemson. Are you kidding me?
I'm talking about the pros, man.
Oh, well, man,
Uh,
he plays in Jacksonville. Put Trevor Lawrence in LA.
it's an interesting conversation.
Yeah, I'm like, what? Man, swap them two out. You be like, Justin who? Herbert. Who is that?
Herbert's
Yeah,
got an
no.
arm, man.
He does. But Trevor got everything.
He's got a few
Next game.
things.
Next game we got on the slate. First of the afternoon bunch. We got the 49ers versus the freshly, soundly, morally defeated Las Vegas Raiders. And folks, of course, the Niners are winning this game by a mile. I'm not going to waste your time talking about it. You can put a few dollars on this game too. Mr. Casey, who you got going into this one?
Well, they benched Derek Carr. This isn't even.
Good.
They're not
Nice.
even putting enough full effort in. And you can't tell me the backup Stidman or Stidham, whatever his name is. I can't. You can't tell me he's gonna come out here and do better than Derek Carr. And it's kind
Devontae's
of.
calling Aaron Rodgers like, "Hey man, I made a mistake."
And they wasted their trade value on him too. You could have probably traded Derek Carr in the offseason until you were stupid enough to bench him. The
Mhm.
Raiders aren't winning. It's simple as that. Our boy Ray is also going with the Niners. Like this is just yeah. If you're gonna put some money on the game, put some money on the Niners. Like
Man,
this is easy lockup. Like it's and the problem with the Raiders isn't Derek Carr. It's definitely with the coaching staff, and
right?
it's remarkable that they're gonna blame Derek Carr and just keep McDaniel's for the next 3 years.
They can't afford to do nothing either way.
Mm.
Struggle, struggle, struggle. It just makes me think about what I've been reading all year. All these teams, you spend so much money to try to beat Kansas City, and all you did was shoot yourself in the foot. Self implosion everywhere.
I mean, they were good
Next,
shots.
yeah,
You know, you
valiant
just
effort.
yeah, you just gotta wait another 5 years before you can take another one,
Exactly.
and,
We'll
and hope
probably,
you get
and
that one right.
right. I was about to say, I
Yeah.
hope you get that one because Pat'll be well seasoned by then. He'll be so dangerous by then. It don't make sense. Next game we got on the slate: the New York Jets versus the Seattle Seahawks, and this is the kind of game that I'm gonna go ahead and pick the Jets in because they need a win. And I don't know what they've been doing. You want to talk about implosion? But they've definitely been on the implosion track, but they're still in the playoff mix. So if they can string together these last two wins, we can see how that bottom line shakes out. I'm gonna go with the Jets, Mr. KC.
Man, both of these teams are funky to me because they both should be stronger than they are.
Man,
And Seattle's kind of outperformed really what they should be. But I'm actually going to lean with Seattle because of the quarterback and coaching situation. Even though I do kind of like the coaches in for the Giants or the Jets, but I just think Pete Carroll and Geno Smith's the best quarterback in this matchup by a country mile. So I'm just going to go with Geno Smith. And our boy Ray is also going to hit the Seattle train. So
okay,
well, I got someone in my corner. Maybe
yeah,
not too many in the 12th man this week, but
well,
I think it's a bounce back week for him.
yeah, we're gonna see it, man, and that's how I feel about the Jets. They need the win because they're playing for a spot that they know is still achievable.
Yeah, I wouldn't put no
Next,
money on nowhere near that game.
no,
Leave it
no, I'm
alone.
not. I wouldn't touch that with a 10 foot. Not doing it. Next game we got on the slate here. A battle for the North that doesn't even matter. We got the Kings of the North. My boy Kirk Cousins, over 10 times. Man, y'all got to put respect on his name. 4,000, 5,000 yards here, there, here, there. Man, they're playing Ron and the Packers, and the Vikings are going to smash them again. There's just no doubt about it in my mind. They're the Kings in the North. This is over. Who you got, Mr. KC?
Oh, this is a funky game. You realize the Packers still have a chance for the playoffs
I
if they can,
do.
if they can win this game. And something tells me Aaron Rodgers, little ayahuasca, secondhand
Ooh.
high Kirk Cousins is not gonna. It's gonna be. This is my upset of the week. I'm going Packers.
Oh, my Atlanta. Well, that's what we here for. But geez, Louise, that's a bold one. Cause there ain't no way. You're right, Minnesota. That's thank you, Robinson. Cause there ain't no way they about to beat Jon Snow and Justin Jefferson out there.
Let's
Okay,
go, Jesse. Let's
yeah,
go.
you can pick the Packer. Aaron Rodgers is trash. Look at the numbers.
No, he's high.
Uh,
He's not trash.
hey, okay, well he's
Look
so
at
high
look
he's
at the
playing like
numbers.
trash.
How many
Right.
MVPs? How many MVPs we talking about?
We're not talking past him. We
Back to
talking about
back.
right now.
He's out
We
here. It
talking
was
about
just
right
last
now.
year.
We
This
talking
man
about right
still.
now.
He
Hell,
was just.
They gave Steve Nash back to back MVPs. That don't mean he really was the best out there. So, well, yeah. So,
Fuck.
yeah, yeah.
Damn it, you're
So
right.
we gonna see though. It should be a good guy. I hope it's a classic NFC North battle. But like I said, the Kings of the North is here. The division is gone. Y'all can
Yeah,
try to fight us for a wild card spot, but it'll be even more sweeter to keep y'all all the way out. You gotta taste that honey. It'll be even sweeter.
could
Let's
be
go, Kirk
resting.
Cousins.
Could be
Show
taking.
'em what time it is, Kirk.
Could be.
8 chains.
Could be taking a week off. They already got it locked up. Eagles locking it up this week.
We're gonna see.
Get your buy in early.
You want to talk about it? Next game we got is the Rams versus the Chargers. You want to talk about a game that's losable for LA. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go with the LA Rams in this one over the LA Chargers just because the Chargers need to fall out this playoff spot. Get on out of here. Who you got going, Mr. K? Talk about upset of the week. There you go. Are you upset?
Oh, I'm not upset. I'm not upset with it. I'm here for this boldness. Look, this is the things we are here for. It is the Chargers are the obvious pick here, right? Like the Rams have been winning with Baker Mayfield and playing tough games, and this could be that upset. Like this is almost
Mhm.
worth how this is a standalone game. Don't put it in no parlay or nothing, and
Right.
just put a nice little
Just pick a
$10
winner.
on it. Yeah,
Right.
it
Yes,
might
sir.
bring you back a little 30 spot. Like this is. Oh, I'm going Chargers,
Mhm.
but this is I like it. I like it.
I'm go- Thank you,
Raise
Raymond.
right there with
I'm
the
telling
Rams.
you. I'm telling you. I
Jesse's
know
with
you
me on
got
the
the
Chargers,
Chargers. No, Jay. I know he's with Chargers. He Buffalo Chargers Chiefs. Them his teams.
and I do see how he's hating on the Packers, and now we see how he's hating on the Chargers. Who are
Hating on the Packers. They hating on themselves. What are we? I told y'all
yeah,
week one they wasn't gonna win a division. What are
oh
we
yeah,
talking about?
that was a yeah, that was I saw that from the Joe Rogan
Yeah, I'm trying to
episode
tell
away. Like, hey, whoa, buddy,
you. I ain't hating on them bums. They're
look,
bums.
I'm glad you
Shoot.
discovered PCP and all, but
Right. I'm
uh,
glad you know how to get high, Aaron, but you still got a division to win. If not, you got,
right,
like I said, Mr. 4,800 yards almost every year. Kirk Cousins coming for it.
right.
Shh. Put some respect on the King's name, Jon Snow.
Mm.
But yeah, Rams all day in this one. I can't wait for it. Sunday night, though, we got an AFC North showdown. The Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Baltimore Ravens. And Pittsburgh is even still in the playoff hunt. Do you see how tight the AFC? Like I said, all it takes is one L and one dub a different way, and it's a
Right.
different spot slid in already. That's what I'm saying. I'm not too confident in these wild card teams that are sitting there now. The only teams I know are making the playoffs is Buffalo and Kansas City. After that, everything else is a toss up. So in this game, I'm gonna go with the Ravens because just
Oof.
because I'm a believer in the Ravens. I love to. I trust me. I almost win Pittsburgh in this one. I think they are going to finish 8-9 for the first time and not be 500 because I just don't think they can beat the Ravens right now. If they do, I won't be sad because the Ravens are still going to make the offs, but it's just something about that Baltimore team that tells me they can get this done. Who you got, Mr. Casey?
Dun-na-na, dun-na-na.
Go
Do
with
the
them.
beer did not take the Steelers. Look at this here, folks. Let's go Ravens. Let's go Ravens. I was really thinking you were going Steelers. Ray is also going with the Ravens. It's an exciting little game. You know,
A
it's got
great
some
game.
potentials to it. Let's see what we got here. Is he? I think he's coming back either this week or next.
I'm
Uh,
sure he's playing again. They're
yeah,
going to the
I'm pretty sure
offs.
he's. Yeah, he was only missing a couple weeks. He wasn't too far out, and but he's still about to get paid and deserves it too.
Right. And we got something coming up on that too. I've been putting the information together about my boy Lamar, and we're gonna talk about it. But yeah, I'm sure he'll be back soon. I mean, he's still on the injury report, but playoff time, I'll pick the Ravens over almost any team who they playing that weekend. So we'll see. Next game we got on the slate, the Monday night game between Jesse's Buffalo Bills and the highly touted, the only team I believe that could beat us and go to the bowl, the Cincinnati Bengals. And Mr. KC, who you got going into this game?
Oh, this is a funky one, isn't it? It's going to be the Bengals. The Bengals are going to bangle.
I'm
They're going
trying
to
to
mess it
tell
up
you.
for the Bills, and then they're going to lose that first round
And then
spot.
we gonna get that number one spot, like Ludacris say. That's what I'm talking about. I'm right there with you, Raymond. I'm right there with you, Mr. KC. And for the third time in history, I'm picking the Bengals. I can't believe I'm doing it, but I need to do it. I need them to beat these Bills because the Bills are trash. Everybody know it, except for Jesse and a few other folk up in Buffalo. But once Cincinnati put them to bed, we get this number one spot. It don't matter who comes to the Arrowhead Invitational because Pat is on the killer rip this year. It's time for him to solidify MVP, Super Bowl MVP, along with Super Bowl champion, obviously.
Yeah, I think the Bills are highly overrated, and we're going to see a little bit of that.
Trash.
It's going to be the
It's,
God. Yes.
no, it's not.
It's
I
not.
hope they get
It's
into the
not.
offs, but we gonna see, man. Ooh.
It's possible.
Yeah, like I said,
There's
them wild card spots are still open. They're wide open.
absolutely. Yeah, it's pretty wild.
You know, Cincinnati. I don't know why you acting like. I just said Cincinnati winning. Who
Yeah,
said they
we
wasn't?
had a clean sweep trifecta.
Right. I was
Look
who
at
said
this, Ray.
Cincinnati wasn't winning.
We
Right.
we
That's what
out
I said.
here,
I even dropped the Baphomet in there.
right?
Who said they wasn't winning?
Yeah,
I said I need them to win. Third time in history picking the Bengals. I
right.
need them to win this game.
Oof, it's wild to think about. 3 whole times.
Man.
I'm like, I might need to fact check that. I remember one other, but I'm having trouble. I'm having trouble remembering all these
I'm
Bengals
telling you.
picks. But I do
I
think
think
the
I picked
Bengals are
them.
going to
I
bingle.
almost picked them. I think I picked them every week after they beat us so far.
Yeah, you might have
I think
actually.
so. That's what I said. I think
we
so.
might it might be a
You
slightly
know, I
higher
would say I
count.
slid them up in the bowl. So I say, hey, I've been giving them their respect. I've been trashing them all year. I know how to give respect. I'm an equal opportunity trash giver. You see the Chiefs slid down, the Bengals slid up. Can't deny facts.
Right,
Well,
that's
folks,
for
since we're
sure.
talking about it, we might as well go ahead and segue into the Bold Seven, the hottest topic, the hottest
Mm.
situation in all of sports media. And folks, everybody's tuning in. Everybody's leaving comments. Leave us comments of your top seven teams. Let's see if it matches up with the boldest list in all of sports. And as tradition, I'm going to give Mr. KC the floor here so he can regale us with his top seven. Mr.
That's
KC,
That's right, folks. Let's get that top seven list going. If you got your top seven, go ahead put it in the chat. We'll get it featured up here. For number one, it is the Philadelphia Eagles. I know they lost
Ooh.
versus the Cowboys, but that you talk about without Jalen Hurts, who they're getting back. It's still their number one spot for them. Number two is the Bills. I'm going to need them to lose this week to get them out of there. Number
Mm.
three is the Kansas City Chiefs, looking awfully tough. Number four, give it to the Kings of the North, Minnesota Vikings. Let's go. Number five, they're them boys just out here balling, ain't they? They just balling, scaring them. Number six, Cincinnati, a killer team, killer team. And number seven, let's give it to them 49ers. The team that's
Ooh.
not talked about enough and probably should be slightly higher on this list. But with that backup, I'm gonna keep them at seven.
I understand. There's no fault in that, even though they are on a good little streak. I'm with you on that. Uh, Number one team I got right now, just still off a record, is the Philadelphia Eagles. I'll give it to them just for now. Number two, I got the Cincinnati Bengals. Um, they're just on fire. Like I can't hate on them at all. Number three, I have the Kansas City Chiefs. Only because the Bengals beat them, I can't move them up the list just yet. That'll be rectified later on, I'm sure. Number four, the Kings of the North, the Minnesota Vikings, without a shadow of a doubt. Number five, the Buffalo Bills. Okay, like, yeah, they're there. They'll lose and then
That's
slide back out the top seven here soon. Number six, got the Dallas Cowboys. Them boys. What can I say? And number seven, for the very first time making the bold seven, is the fucking Jacksonville Jaguars. And y'all gonna put some respect on their name. They surging. They're gonna make the offs. They're dangerous. Put some respect on the Jacksonville Jaguars, the number seven best team in the NFL. Yes, sir.
Ooh. Oh man,
Jacksonville.
I need some of that every morning just to wake me up. Hot diggity darn. Ooh boy, did y'all hear that? The Jacksonville at number seven. Ooh, we got Ray's list in here. Jacksonville number seven.
Jacksonville.
Ooh, ooh, respect on that name. I ain't even say nothing. I can't say nothing. Same as the last 2 weeks. Eagles, KC, Bills, Niners, Cincinnati. And then he's got Minnesota and Dallas. You know who he doesn't have? The
Right.
Jaguars.
The
I agree with
Jaguars. I
I
know it.
agree
I
with,
see.
I agree with Ray right there. Like
That's all right.
these nice seven. I mean, Jags are coming up. They're moving up. They're getting hot. This is the time of the year where you got to really kind of also look at who's streaking. Like just because you did enough to make the playoffs
Hmm.
doesn't mean you're hot right now.
And that's what I'm
So
saying.
trending up. Ray
They're
said
they're on
there's
they're on nothing but a come up. Changes after this
after
week. It's
this
gotta
week.
be because once
Yeah.
Jacksonville get another win, you gonna have to slide them into that seventh spot, right?
Yeah, and next week is our final bold seven of the year. Like that's it. Like you
That's
don't
it.
get you don't get top seven lists with the playoffs. It was just
Right.
playoffs. Like there ain't
Exactly.
no time for that. We gotta
We
time.
gotta break down the games
Yeah,
intimately. We gotta talk about details. Yeah, it's just this the next week is it. It's a wrap. Michael Jackson's last tour. This is it.
man, I can't believe we released it. We're really looking at the last
Ooh.
bold seven well, for the NFL season at
For the
least.
NFL season, it's a
Uh,
wrap. Yes,
oh,
sir. We've made it a long way.
speaking of a wrap, did you hear about J.J. Watt? He's called it a wrap, and I'd like to just give him a quick little salute. I remember the days of, he was Aaron Donald before Aaron Donald was an Aaron Donald. He really
Exactly.
opened the door for that kind of defensive tackle, defensive end kind of position.
Yeah, it was Watt, Sue, Donald, and that was it. You want to talk about it, man?
Man,
Yeah,
yeah,
I give the man respect. He's definitely going to the hall. Um, no question about it. No questions about it.
Yeah, excellent resume and all that good stuff. Pretty solid career, and I don't blame him for hanging up. He's
No,
got a
it's more
family
than
and
time.
whatnot.
He's
Yeah,
been hurt enough, right? Like he's
yeah,
made plenty of money. Hang it up. Ain't nobody doubting your ability. We know if you'd been on a better team, you'd be a champion.
right. And we also know that even 3 years down the line, we still don't want to catch you in a back alley. So you do you, Jay. Little
Right.
JJ, yeah. So it's been pretty wild week. You had JJ Watt, and then Derek Carr getting benched. They
Man.
fired
Patrick getting
Hackett.
Ooh, I
Ooh,
told you the AFC. What I told you, turmoil, nothing but turmoil. Or like my boy Denzel said, they locked up at Pelican Bay in the death chamber
mm.
and smell like pine oil. These franchises are in distress.
And it makes you wonder if the Chargers are going to keep up the same. It depends. If they make the playoffs, it's an improvement from last year. So I think it
Right.
really depends out.
And Justin Herbert be in uncharted territory. Yes,
Deuces,
sir,
Ray.
Ray.
We appreciate
Yes,
you
sir.
stopping by. It was definitely Ray's always great to have on the show. He's always commenting, so it's nice to have him. You know,
Consistent. He's my
yeah,
man.
yeah. He adds a lot to the show, and we appreciate him coming by.
Yes, sir. Well, no, I'm right there with you. I think once these playoff steps down, we'll see these final seedings. We'll see who actually makes it and who doesn't, and then we'll go from there. Because, dude, all I know is it's gonna be exciting. This will probably be one of the best playoffs we've seen in a while. Because we only got adequate teams that are going to be there, and then a couple teams that were written off. Like I said, I need these Commanders to get in there. I gotta see it. I have got to see it.
It'd be interesting. I mean, there's going to be a couple teams that you didn't really expect to make the playoffs, like the
Jacksonville.
Jags. Yeah, Jags. Jags really weren't expected, especially you can say halfway through the season. I don't think anyone was picking the Jags for the playoffs. I wasn't. It was
Mm-mm.
pretty much done at that point, in my opinion.
Right, no. I've always had the belief, but halfway through, I didn't believe that they would be able to turn the hump. But since the tremendous slide and the big shout out to Tennessee bums, thank y'all for just giving up the ghost. Like y'all came and saw Patrick, and he just killed the rest of your season. Like it's just y'all ain't won another game, have they? Have they won a game
I don't.
since?
I don't think so. And they were on a winning streak beforehand.
5 games. They was highly touted. We were 5 games. We blah, 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 blah. Score a couple points. Go and take a picture in Arrowhead. Take that L on the way out though. Don't
Hmm.
leave without your parting gift. After
Mm.
that, the AFC South was in shambles, and it just gave rise to really the best quarterback in the division. And now he's going to take his rightful place in the AFC South.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with you there.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
So with the
No,
MVP, I think it's looking like MVP Pat's gonna stack up his second one.
it's over. This thing is over. Jalen's hurt at the end. His last performance before he got hurt wasn't too notable. It's over. If Patrick doesn't get it unanimous style like Lamar, he's gonna get it still in a landslide.
Yeah,
Um, like I said, and that's just gonna bolster his play. Like I said, going forward through the playoffs, because like I said, everybody who they talk about the playoffs and all these teams who got to play. I'm like, y'all got to remember, this is Project Pat. He don't lose too much in the playoff. Like I said, I mean, it's rare. Brady
yeah,
got him twice. Burrow got him once.
yeah,
It's Project Pat. Like, stop
yeah.
playing with this.
Because he does deep playoff runs every year. If you look at it, the worst he's had
Championship
two.
game or nothing.
Yeah, and overtime in that, like it's still gonna be like you got to play all four. You got to play 5 quarters.
Right.
This Pat Mahomes football. Like we
Exactly.
don't give up. So
You got to
it's
play at least an hour and a half. You got to be ready.
mhm,
You got to be
like
ready.
you're not going down easy. And it's nice to have OMV Pat on the team, and it makes you appreciative because man,
Yeah, cause we ain't
it's
never had it. Ain't never saw it. A lot of the
Mm.
old heads around Kansas City, even my parents and a couple of my uncles, are like, bro, they never thought this day would come. I all used to hear is, oh, the Chiefs will never win the Super Bowl. They ain't gonna win nothing. They ain't gonna win nothing. And now we can't stop winning. Like,
Right.
shoot,
Exactly.
man,
Yeah. It's
I'm
wild to
with it.
think about. Yeah.
I'm with it. Pat's got that, and he's probably going to get the Walter Payton Man of the Year award too. He's in the running for that, dude. And I think about somebody who he's deserving of it, bro. I see what he do around the town. I've seen the part, like we're here. Look,
Mhm.
I've seen the stuff he's doing with my own eyes. I don't know. I ain't saying these other players ain't out here doing it, but I've seen the impact that MV Pat done made on the community, especially in the sports sense, and then especially in the inner city. So I can't deny him from out here getting it in.
What if he gets a little trifecta of his own? What if he gets the regular season MVP, Walter Payton Man of the Year, Super Bowl MVP? Tell me that
I would
isn't
love
some.
it.
Psh,
I
psh.
would love it.
You talk
That
about
would
talk
be
about a resume
historic.
builder. Yeah, that's a
Historic.
resume builder right there.
He could stop after that. He's first ballot. He's already first ballot Hall of Fame,
Yeah,
but he can start right after that first ballot. Like what? To my pat. As soon as they read, oh, everybody just put it on in. Oh, that's all you hear is like what? There's just no
right.
denying it. Like I said, outstanding person, best player in all the football world. Like, dude, it's next level, dude. I would have never thought that we would have landed such a great quarterback like that. I knew we was gonna get somebody good eventually because it's just a matter of time. But to end up with the goat,
Mm, mm. I just blessed.
yeah, I'm
Just
like, yeah,
blessed.
what else? How else can you put it in the words? And
Yeah.
anyway, but like I said, there's a lot of good guys out there. A lot of your teams got futures. Like I said, Jacksonville, don't worry, y'all got a future. Even the Chargers, y'all got a future with Herbert. I'll give it that to y'all. Like Burrow out in Cincinnati, y'all got a future. Don't worry. But y'all just gotta play MV Pat. That's all it is. That's the only thing. But don't worry, y'all won't be the bums that y'all have been used to. Take it from folks who've been with the franchise through the worst of times, and now they're enjoying the best of times. Believe me,
Exactly.
y'all
Exactly.
gonna be all right. Oh man, amazing, dude. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've covered this week NFL action. We covered the Bowl 7, a little MVP talk, just a little war talk in general. Um, as always, we just thank y'all for coming. We thank you for tuning in. Thank you for clicking it, liking, subscribing, commenting, all of that jazz. And we appreciate you. Make sure you keep doing it. Tell your friends, tell your family if they like sports. Come and holler at us. Come and talk to us on the show. Check us out. You got a disagreement? Type it out. We talk about it. Let's do it. Mr. KC, you got something you want to say to the folks before we adjourn?
Yeah, I appreciate y'all tuning in. It's always excellent to have y'all here, and we enjoy it every week.
I'm trying to tell you because if y'all wasn't here, we wouldn't be showing up, and I love doing it just because I know y'all love watching it. So we appreciate y'all. Like I said, we're gonna stay humble. We're gonna keep this thing growing. We're gonna add more segments. This thing is gonna keep catching fire because we're not the Miami Dolphins. We're not gonna flounder in the end. No offense, Mr. Casey. we're gonna keep going up. That's all I can say on that.
Little final blows there. Appreciate
Yeah, you gotta do it. I'm sorry. Gotta just one
it.
little,
Right.
just one
One little
little.
jab. Just a quick
Yeah,
one. You take it.
right,
Uh,
right. So just sober you up a little bit. Tua, huh? You're
what
right.
was I thinking? What was I thinking? What's going on here?
No, they're a quarterback away. Miami, y'all be okay soon too. I promise.
Yeah.
Once y'all get somebody down there, I even think Derek Carr could be y'all fixed, but we'll talk about that on a different time. But he could be. He might end up in Indianapolis. I wouldn't be surprised about that either.
That does sound right. Because when you're a quarterback away, who do you add? Derek Carr.
I'm trying to
Oh,
tell you the
uh,
segue into finding the guy that's going to be the guy to take you there. Oh my God. Ooh, I had to wipe the tear, folks. That's some good stuff right there. Oh man. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm that dude with the beard. He's Mr. KC from the 813. Once again, we appreciate y'all. We will see y'all Saturday, and we're gonna talk about an Ohio State win. Let's
Oof,
go.
let's
Mm.
go.